Hello ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this presentation of steganography, which is a really exciting as well as you can say the most exciting phenomena in the world of the cyber forensics. What actually steganography is, how it is done, how do we reveal steganography, I'll be explaining it to you in the further slides. What is steganography? Now, steganography is basically composed of the two words, that is stegnos, whose Greek meaning is hidden, and graphi means to write. So I can say that steganography is the art and science of hidden writing or the covert communications. Now this picture gives you a bit of the idea what actually steganography is. As you can see that when you apply a magnifying glass, you can see something over there. This is that I can hide something behind something. The process of hiding information behind the other information is known as steganography actually. Now how did it originated? Now in 1900 BC, when cryptography was used, people used to find it really very difficult in order to understand cryptography, to perform cryptography. What actually cryptography is will be explained to you later in the other module. And when people used to find that cryptography really difficult, what they came across and developed was the steganography, which has been a very important aspect from then over. It was developed in 440 BC, and the first user of it was the Greek ruler Histiaeus. Now this is a very interesting story about that ruler. What he actually used to do was he used to shave the head of his slaves. He used to shave the head of his slaves, tattoo the message over the scalp, and then he used to wait for the hairs of that slave to grow. Once those hair grew, he used to send that slave to the person to whom he wanted to communicate. The same person would again shave the head of the slave and then would deduce the information. So this was really the exciting thing which was used by the Greek ruler, but obviously this is not feasibly and practically it cannot be done nowadays. Now at the time of the world wars, there came the use of the invisible ink. This is also the form of steganography, the use of the invisible ink. Now what are null ciphers? Null ciphers are actually the first kind of steganography which was performed, we can say the modern day steganography which was performed. Now what actually null cipher is? Null ciphers are a way to hide a message in another without the use of complicated algorithms. That is, I can just hide something behind other information by using my own methods and tricks. Now consider this paragraph, that is fishing, freshwater, bends and saltwater, and say so on up to any day. If you just read this, you cannot deduce anything informational or you can say subtle from this, that this doesn't make any sense. But once you take the third letter of every word, you come across a message, that is send lawyers, guns and money. This is known as the null ciphers. This is the form of steganography which is known as the null ciphers. This was also used earlier. Now my friends, I must come to the modern day steganography, as we all are going with the wind of freedom and growth. So modern day steganography is playing a very important part. And let me tell you one thing more, that the World Trade Center attacks, those included the steganography included in that. Now what is the mechanism? I just wondered, and even everybody of you should wonder, that how do they actually do it? How do they actually just hide something behind anything, and you cannot even notice that something has been hidden or something has been hidden it. So this I am going to explain you the mechanism, that how it is actually done, how actually steganography is done, what is the mechanism behind it. And the mechanism behind it is the least significant bit substitution or overwriting. What is least significant bit substitution? I am going to explain you. Suppose, as an example, just read this as a simple example of least significant bit substitution. Suppose that I have to hide the letter F. Now when I have to hide the letter F behind something, I just convert it into the binary code. The binary string, yes, here it is, the binary string for letter F is 00001111. I have to insert this binary code behind this code, this whole code. Now how it is done is, now as you can see here, the first bit which of f is the first bit of f is the 0. So the first least significant bit here has to be 0. Now this one is replaced with a 0. Similarly, this one is replaced with a 0. This one is replaced with a 0. But once you come here, you notice that this is already 0. So no need to replace it. Similarly, all these three are ones. Just you need to replace is this one, this 0 with this 1. This is known as the least significant bit substitution. That is, only the bits which are required to be substituted are substituted, and the other bits are there as it is. So this is actually the least significant bit substitution. Now consider this, that I have to hide this map behind this image. I have to hide this map behind this image. Now once I hide this map behind this image, now you can see here the left hand side palette is of that Washington Mall career file, which is it doesn't contain the hidden file in it, and the right palette is after the insertion of the hidden file in it. You can clearly notice that there isn't any such noticeable difference. So this is that least significant bit substitution leaves the minimum of the traces. No trace can be seen by us, or can be there are no such significant changes after the least significant bit substitution. Similarly, suppose that I have to hide this map file into some audio file. You can just notice the the above carrier wave is before the insertion of the file, the below carrier wave is the after the insertion of the file. You can see that there is no such significant difference. So this is the least significant bit substitution, how actually steganography is done. This is the mechanism behind it, and the tools for steganography, that how I actually do this. Okay, you have explained me this is steganography, this is the actually mechanism behind it, that how it is done, but how can I do it, how can we perform it? So the tools which are used to perform steganography, my friends, it is the S tools, camouflage and snow. Now mind you, there are other tools also, but I am going to explain you the basic tools, and here I am going to explain you two of the tools, that is the S tools and the camouflage. Now this is the fundamental principle of tools. Once you have the cover image, that is the C, and once you have the hidden image, got it? Now those both are steganographed into the stegno image. So that is, the stego image is the function of the cover image as well as the hidden message, and then you can deduce that by using the steg analysis. You can deduce the hidden message by using the steg analysis. Now this is the S tools, a brief intro about the S tools. Now S tools is the freeware program for Windows, and let me tell you that it only supports GIF, .bmp or .wav files to perform this encryption and compression options. It also provides encryption and compression options. And how it is actually done, once you open it, you will get this dialog box. This window will appear once you open the S tools after installing it. Now choose any of the figure which you have to use as a cover image, that is the image behind which the useful information will be there. I just pick and drop the image. I have used this image over there. Now also just pick and drop that information which is to be hidden behind this image. Pick and drop, and it is going to ask you for the password. Apply the password, click, and there will be the option of encryption algorithm. Now what this is, this will be explained to you later. Just give the password, verify the password, and click on OK. Now it is going to ask you that whether the image which is going to be made after the steganography, do you want to attempt the color reduction on it or not? This depends on you. If you attempt the color reduction, there is going to be minimal color reduction. Now here it is. These are the two images. The right hand side image is the image which was used earlier, that is, it doesn't have anything behind it, anything hidden in it. But the left hand image, that is the hidden data, is contained into this image. You can see that there is not any noticeable difference between these. Now once I save this image, the hidden data image, save it somewhere, and I have saved it on the desktop, you can say that here it is the image. Once you are going to open it, nothing it is going to reveal, it is going to show you the simple image only. But once you pick and drop this in again into the S tool, that is the image which was there, which has been steganographed, after it right click on it and click on reveal. It is going to ask you for the password. If the password matches, it is going to show you the file which was contained in it. As you can see here, the harsh.txt file is there. Now save this file and you can open it and you can get the information from there. This is how S tools actually work. Now let me introduce with you another very valuable and informational tool, that is the camouflage. So camouflage actually allows you to hide files by scrambling them and then attaching them to the file of your choice. How this is done? Install the camouflage first of all. Now right click on that file which you are going to hide. Click on the camouflage and it is going to show you that this is the file which you are going to hide. Click on next and then choose that file which is going to act as the cover image for this file. Once you have selected that file, click on next. It is going to ask you for the password, verify password, and click on finish. Now look here that a mp3 file has been there. I had used this file, mp3 file, so it has been created. If you are going to play it, it is going to produce sound and nothing else, any information is not going to be there. But once you right click on it, uncamouflage it, and you are going to be asked for the password, enter the correct password, and there will be the file, your file which was hidden in it. Save that file, extract it to the folder, and you can have a look at this. So this was all about the steganography tools, the basic things of the steganography which I have explained you. Hope you have enjoyed this session. All the best. Thank you.